aka Nostradamus. My moonshots are the furthest. Yeah, we're back. We're back to having to take some pretty nasty showers today. We got some clickbaity titles going on. Not really. You know, I love me some mana. We're gonna talk about some Decentraland. We're gonna ignore the fact that I tried this yesterday and did not. You know, I had a perfect storm of a couple events happen to me. You know, Microsoft doing its garbage. Update your computer, reboot. On upon reboot, I did not realize that my mic was not hot. Also had a little bit of an internet outage that caused a problem with the chat room. So we're going to try this again. Decentraland is one of the topics at hand. You know, I hope to do a video on Lordstown Ride today. I wanted to do a follow-up. You know, Lordstown's in the news right now. We definitely got to take a look, probably take a look at them tomorrow. You know, it's just, I don't want to tell you I told you so. You know, I kind of told you so. They've been hit by another short report. Whether or not that's all legit or not, who knows? You know, I think it probably is. I haven't even read the thing, but I don't need to read it because I already came to these conclusions long time ago. Anyway, we'll save this for tomorrow. Decentraland has been moving. There hasn't been really much going on. You know, it's probably gonna break. What, Bitcoin's crashing? Oh, I guess we got to talk about Bitcoin crashing. A little bit of FUD in India again. Are you kidding me, India? Could you make up your minds over there? We can discuss that a little bit. NFTs, man, they are cruising. There's Decentraland, there's Engine, there's Chili's. There's a lot of plays right now. Today's focus will be a bit on Decentraland. $10, $100. That's in my thumbnail. Is $100 clickbait? You know, we'll get to that. The markets, let's take a quick look at them. Oh, so I'm showing you my Gemini over here. I do own Decentraland. I did buy Decentraland at 16 cents. It did hit a high of around $1.30, $1.40. I'm not sure. It did pretty good. It was well up over $1 yesterday. You know, it's pulled back a little bit because the whole market's pulled back right now. I'm liking Decentraland a lot, and I'm seriously considering making a big purchase of it. There's some other plays out there I really like. I really like Engine, and I really like Chili's too. They've all had amazing run-ups. Actually, let's hop on over and take a look at Engine real quick. So I do have Engine in my Coinbase cold wallet. I actually bought that on Uniswap instead of Binance. That was a mistake on my part because it would have been a bit cheaper on Binance. But it continues to be, yeah, dude, it's 273. And we can take a look at my spreadsheet. Yesterday, that's probably changed a bit. I think Engine and Decentraland were both up like 400 or 500%. I initially only invested about $600-700 in Engine, and it's doing really well. And only $250 in Decentraland. Man, I think that coin is not out of, probably not this cycle, but if certain things click for it, $100 is possible. So if that were to hit $100, I would theoretically take $250 investment to 100,000+, which would be insane. Anyway, we'll take a look at that in a sec too. Let's hop on over to the markets. The stock market is going to open in about 2 minutes. Like a DGen, I put on another NASDAQ trade. Oh my goodness. I'm 0 for 3 on my last NASDAQ trades. So I was up at one point pretty decent. And then the NASDAQ started crashing this morning. I really didn't feel like babysitting it. So, I mean, I can't really complain because I'm going to lose. I lost $84 on that trade. But if the NASDAQ's going up, that's a good thing. I'm making money. Preliminary looks. I am a bit surprised. Mara is currently trading up about 50 cents or so, 30-40 cents. It's up 41.15 in pre-market. You know, with the big pullback in Bitcoin, I would have expected these to be down a bit. So I guess it's relative to what the price of Bitcoin was on the Friday close. And obviously Bitcoin had a rip your face off rally over the weekend, all the way up close to 62,000. On Friday, that's when the rally started, didn't it? On March 13th. Did it? Yes. No, it started on Saturday. So on Friday, it was actually right around these levels. So I guess it does make sense that Mara and Riot and your MicroStrategies, etc., would be kind of flat to up right now. Bitcoin, India news came out. Taking a look at that. Can they make up their minds over there? They're banning Bitcoin, then last week they're not banning Bitcoin. Now all of a sudden they're banning Bitcoin again. So apparently there's a few different pieces to the puzzle over here. There's the RBI, part of the finance and ministry. I don't know. There's like one person that controls the banks, kind of like Powell, I guess, and then someone over in their little whatever Congress or Senate. And they don't like each other and they're fighting back and forth. And these are just like, maybe they haven't been able to make up their mind for years. So even at the end of the day, if India were to actually ban Bitcoin, I don't even think it would really matter. And they would just be, you know, what is that expression? Cut off your own nose to spite your face. I mean, what good is it going to do them if the rest of the world adopts it? Or even is it a simple fact that they're just fudding it because they're trying to accumulate it? There was also other news that a huge inflow went into the Gemini Trust, right? So usually when a huge inflow of Bitcoin goes into a trust, that's usually kind of a bearish signal because you know, miners or whoever is going to manipulate it or dump it. So maybe it's India. The government of India has a Gemini account. I doubt it, but anyway, that is kind of what's causing the dips in the market. You know, the India news, and like I said, I also read that there was a huge inflow into Gemini, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. That could be for an ETF or a corporate buy, right? So we don't really know on that. Bitcoin is starting to rebound a bit. It did hit a low overnight of, what did it hit? All right, so 54.5, which is pretty low, but it's already back on the rebound. My personal thought is we'll probably start heading back up. You know, this news, a little bit of fun. People come in, realize it's a buying opportunity. It's a continuing buy opportunity. And I'm kind of hoping to see the altcoins start pumping again too. I think Cardano, what did it do? It hit a low. I mean, if you were up overnight, that might have been a great time to buy Cardano. Cardano continues to be one of my favorite plays right now, and I think it's going to be a monster. I did buy $2,500 in Cardano last Friday at like $1.11. So if I love it at $1.11, what do you think I like? I think I like it at lows of this morning. I would have loved it at $1, right? It did go down to $1. It's still really attractive at $1.05. Let's hop over to Mana. So Mana did hit a high over the weekend of, what did we get? $1.25 on Saturday, $1.21 yesterday. I think we could see some highs again today. We are gonna hop into Decentraland and take a look. So Decentraland, man, it's really, really interesting to me, and I'm seriously considering making. I have roughly 15. I told you I'm on a diet. I'm trying not to buy any more crypto, but I can't help myself. So I did buy around $300 of Uniswap last week on Friday or Saturday. I wanted to add some Uniswap to my portfolio. I have not added that to the spreadsheet yet. Oh, here we have Big Boy. So Big Boy had Big Boy had a really good interview with Michael Saylor this weekend. If you have not seen that video, I'd highly recommend it. With my $100 title in the thumbnail today, I'm a bit of a Moonboy Big Boy myself. Yeah, no, I definitely recommend checking out that video. Michael Saylor said something that I started alluding to last week, and he kind of slapped down Big Boy, which was kind of funny, but Big Boy's like, well, what about the fact that Bitcoin is, you know, a finite, there's only so many coins in the world. How does that affect, you know, your price predictions and et cetera, et cetera. And then Michael Saylor said the same thing I started saying last week. You know, I get tired of the FUD. I get tired of all the overhyped pump-a-middles. You got people always throwing around these dumb things like there's only 21 million Bitcoin ever could be and blah, blah, blah. And this and that and pump this and pump that. So that whole 21 million thing, all that really is relative to is how the market cap is figured, how the market cap is calculated, because technically Bitcoin's infinite. Bitcoin can go to any price and it can be bought in any fraction, so that the whole finite only really comes down to a whole coin. Sure, right? So it is true, the more people that buy Bitcoin, the more people that accumulate whole coins, the more, the less people could buy a whole coin, but it doesn't matter because Bitcoin itself can go to $100 million, right? So that, BitBoy did ask Michael Saylor that question, and Michael Saylor kind of slapped him down. But it was still a really good interview. I'd highly recommend checking that out. You can see my engine and my mana. Unfortunately, they weren't my biggest investments, but they're up. Mana, even at its dollar right now, is up 523%. So I am, as you saw over in Gemini, I am kind of staking it. Gemini allows you to earn interest on it. It's only 1.8%. I do think there's others out there like the crypto website that might give a better percentage. I'm actually kind of annoyed, and I'm kind of not, I guess. But so even on Gemini's website, it says, redeem your assets at any time, withdraw your assets instantly, right? The problem is, what they don't say in here is you have to wait 5 days after you redeem it. So my plan was to redeem, I have a little over 1,500. I redeemed 300. I was going to sell it for like $1.10 or whatever. So I would have got my initial investment back and been in profit, and the rest would have been a free ride. And that's kind of a goal I'm trying to do on all my crypto. Now I'm thinking, man, I really do think that this coin can go, I think $10 is almost, look, this is my opinion. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, but I think there's a very good chance that this cycle, Decentraland can go to $10, if not much higher. And I do think $100 is on the table. Probably not this cycle, but in the future. But it's got a lot going for it. It's a game. Games can be very addicting. It's like a MMORPG, kind of, not really, but I mean, it's mass multiplayer online, right? Addicting. I've been myself addicted to a few MMORPG games in the past, and you spend hundreds, thousands, years of your life playing these games once you get addicted to them. It's a virtual reality. Who knows how that's going to evolve and develop? All very addicting things. They have mini games in there. Like, I barely even know the game. I just kind of started playing it, but they have NFTs. We all know that NFTs are hot as hell. You could buy and sell land. So I was actually checking this game out. And one of the big reasons, here we are right here, I'm in Decentraland. You can make your own little avatar. That looks exactly like me, right? Exactly like me. Anyway, it's actually really cool. So one of the big reasons Decentraland's pumping, and my initial investment was 16 cents, but I was seriously considering, so I have roughly $15,000 in GUSD over in BlockFi, earning 8.6% interest. And by the way, if you have not hit those like buttons, hit those like buttons, smash those subscribes and likes, and let me know your price prediction on Decentraland down below. If you like Decentraland, what other coins you like? You like Engine, you like Chili's. There's a lot of good, Flow's another one I like. But anyway, one really cool thing. So one of the big reasons Decentraland's pumping, see, they got an NFT hallway. I haven't had a chance to check that out. There's a lot to this I haven't checked out. This is kind of cool. I'm coming over to the trade center. I don't know if this is something, I don't think you can really do anything here, but is this the future where you can actually come and trade, right? And it shows you the current mana Decentraland price. They have, if you go to, you can go down over here to the map and explore, and you can jump to different places. They have a casino. Like, I went to this is crazy. How is this even legal? now with the price of mana, so you can play blackjack, you could play roulette, you could play other games with mana, right? With mana at $1, we're already talking about some serious money. How is that going to adjust if mana does go to $10, if it does go to $20, right? So I don't know, it's crazy. And how do they even get away with, is it legal? Like, are you really gambling real money? I haven't had a chance to play with it and find out, because I only own like 1,500 mana, and I'm not about to send some over in my MetaMask and then like getting carried away with gambling fever and then losing it all. Because I think, you know, own the coin and, you know, earn the profits as it goes up 10 or 100x. So I did go, one of the big reasons it's pumping, and now I don't even see it on here, is it down? So they have the Atari building, but it must be down right now because I don't even see it. So I went to the Atari building. It was actually kind of cool. It was kind of like going, like if you were around in the 80s and etc., you would go to an arcade. They'd have a bunch of games. They had all the games there, and I thought, oh, this is cool. I'm going to be able to go play Pitfall or go be able to play some Atari game. Nah, it was just kind of a few different variants of like a bad version of, I don't know, one of the old Atari games where Pong, similar to that, where you just move a paddle back and forth and try and break a Bitcoin or some dumb thing. But you could go up to the posters of the games, and then it takes you to a website where you could actually buy the games. They were kind of expensive, you know, like $20, man. So I didn't look a whole lot into that, but there's just a lot here, and this will continue to evolve. And I do think there is a lot of room to grow here, and I do think that this coin is a potential moonshot. If we actually go look at Decentraland, so currently there's a max supply of around 2.1 billion. 1.3 billion is already currently in supply, so that's all pretty good. So think about that. Its market cap right now is only 1.36 billion. That's peanuts. That's nothing. Rank 68. This could easily. I mean, the more I look at this, it's almost like I'm ready to go buy 15,000 more dollars in mana today. I'm going to try and think on it for a sec, but I do think this is an easy 10x in my opinion, if not much more. 20, 30x is not out of the question. A 10x puts it at 13 billion. I mean, this thing can get hot. Just think about that. For every dollar Cardano goes up, that's 32 billion. So, I mean, this isn't a smart contract like some of these other big ones, but these are going to continue to go up too. So I see Ethereum's back over 1,800. That's really good. Everything's starting moving back up. But Cardano, 33 billion. Polkadot, 34 billion. And Binance coin, 40 billion. I think these are going to 10x and go to, well, 5 to 10x. So anywhere between like 150 billion to 300 billion. Something kind of where Ethereum's right now at 200 billion. Ethereum's going to probably 5x plus and go to a trillion, right? I think a trillion's a pretty decent size probability for Ethereum. That would put it at roughly 9,000 per. And then you could easily see something like even Chili's is really good. I like that one a lot. That one's pumped a lot though. I mean, the last 7 days, it's up 400%. It's hard to go buy a coin that's up 400% in the last 7 days. But Decentraland, it's up, 149%. Currently 1.338 billion. We just missed the elite market cap on it by $1 billion. But yeah, again, I think this is easily, it's easily a double, right? So maybe I do go buy $15,000 in GUSD, look for a double, look for a triple, take half off the table and let the rest ride for a bit. I think this is a 10x easy. $10 plus a coin is, in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a much riskier play. Your safest bet is Bitcoin by far. I've said that numerous times. Outside of Bitcoin, you got your Ethereum, you got your Cardano, you got your Polkadot, you got your Binance. These are big time blue chips, like Bitcoin being dark blue. Ethereum being close to dark blue, and then the rest of these being XRP. I don't consider that a blue chip. It actually kind of surprising that that thing's hanging around. Like I said, I like Uniswap a lot. I did pick up some Uniswap this week. I do kind of want to buy more of that. I'm gambling on the fact, and I own a lot of Ethereum. I did buy more Ethereum last week, another $10,000 in Ethereum. I think Ethereum is getting ready to explode to 2,500 to 3,000. You know, there is worry. And so the news is Vitalik is kind of pushing up his efforts to get the EIP 1559 or whatever changes moved out even in advance, because there are some idiotic miners that say they are, whether they really are or not. They're trying to band together and create a 51% attack. I don't know for the life of me why they would actually want to do that. I get it, you're upset, you're greedy as F, and you know, your profits aren't going to be as much. But there's still profits out there for you to make, and you just got to learn how to capitalize on that. No one's going to win if you pull off a 51%. Like, what's going to happen? Are they just going to fork Ethereum again, and you guys can go off and do your little thing with your little, you know, forked Ethereum Classic version 2? Who knows? Anyway, so with that coming out, and I do think Uniswap is going to come out with a layer 2 solution. There's some other coins out there on Ethereum that are working towards the layer 2 solution. And I think that news is going to start trickling in and coming out. The Uniswap announcements could be any second, any day. Uniswap version 3, if they have the layer 2 solution, that would be amazing. And I do think that's going to cause Ethereum to explode too. Let's hop back over into the markets, wrap this up, and see how things are doing. The NASDAQ market crash is back on, I guess. The NASDAQ's down about 12 points. It's really basically flat. Basically, the markets are a bit undecided right now. Mara is up $2, which is really good. Let's see Bitcoin futures. So Bitcoin futures are flat. Bitcoin's probably hovering around 56.5. Yeah, 56.7, trending back up. That's good. Let's get back up towards 60,000. Because, you know, let's take a look. I mean, I don't even know why I'm in the stock market anymore. Everything I own almost is freaking a proxy into Bitcoin. We got a few that aren't. So Shopify, still up overall. I got a put spread over there. Tesla, I'm up on all my positions, but it's down for the day. We do need that. Obviously, Tesla's my biggest position in my IRA too. Tesla is a bit of a 10% Bitcoin proxy now. Tattooed Chef, I did put a covered strangle on last week. I had already had a naked put on over there with the covered strangle. No, I take that back. So covered strangle and a put spread. So the put spread, this is the strangle. It's down a bit, and then the put spread is up a few. Shares are doing pretty good. It's up overall, so we're going to continue to let that run. Riot doing really well. It's up $2.80 right now. NNDM up overall. It's down 5 cents, basically flat. What is volatility? Volatility is down 8 cents. So the market's just hasn't had their coffee this morning. It doesn't know what it wants to do. Nothing much going on. The stimulus check is starting to hit people's bank accounts. A lot of people are saying that's what caused Bitcoin to rally. Probably. Doesn't seem to be doing much for the stock market though. I've said numerous times, I think it's going to be a rough year for the stock market. Spin sideways, spin down a little. I'm not necessarily saying there's going to be a huge crash, but these past few years of like 30% up in the NASDAQ, that's just not sustainable. It does need a bit of a cooling off in my opinion. We'll see how that plays out. Gold, how is gold doing? Gold's up $11. I'm a bit surprised by that. What's the dollar doing? The dollar's up about 16 cents. Typically when the dollar's up, the stock market will be down and Bitcoin will be down. All right, guys, I will be back tomorrow. Probably again, leaning towards piling in on the ride. I'm even going to throw Tom Nash under the bus. That guy's stealing my material, and I'm going to call him out and prove it. I'm kidding. I love Tom Nash. But take a look at that. And then also this week, I do want to do some more follow-ups with NFTs and Engine. I do own a lot of Engine. I mean, a lot of like 15. I $600, but that $600 is turned into $2,000. So Engine's another play I like a lot, and they got some news on the horizon, so we can take a look at that. So that might be on tap for Wednesday. Love you guys. Catch you tomorrow. 5 minutes before the market opens. 6:25 a.m. PST. Be there. Be square. Peace.